What's up guys, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how much it costs to own a BA Audi S5, more specifically a 2008 Audi S5. So without further ado, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, and we'll get right into it. All right, so first off, we're going to be talking about the maintenance and, just the cost of owning the car, not any of the mods or any of that stuff. So there actually really hasn't been too many things that I had to get done. Initially, when I first got the car, it had about 55,000 miles on it. So I watched this video a while back of this guy carbon cleaning his engine, and it only had like 30-something thousand miles on it, and it had quite a bit of buildup. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do. It cost about $200 to get a carbon clean on the engine, that's pretty inexpensive for what I was expecting. So I went ahead and got that knocked out, and I don't know if I could notice a difference, but when you get a new car, you want that peace of mind, just knowing that it's gonna run for a long time and that it's healthy. So definitely get a new German car. I would highly recommend getting the carbon cleaned. And just to specify, this is a 2008 Audi S5 manual transmission, so I don't know anything about really automatics, what kind of issues they run into or any of that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, this is for the manual transmission model 2008. So next up, I ended up having to replace the rear lower control arms, and that one was quite a bit more expensive. That one I just took it to a shop because I needed it quick, but that one cost me roughly $950, which that's pretty insane. Could have just been the shop that I went to. They had pretty expensive labor, but I know it's a good shop, and they offer warranties and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, that one definitely jumped up there in price, close to $1,000. I'd say immediately after getting those replaced, definitely noticed a lot less vibration. So yeah, it was definitely time for them to go. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm gonna have to replace the other ones that they didn't replace, so I'm gonna bite that bullet. But yeah, that was like probably within the first 3 or 4 months of me owning this car, I had to replace those. So definitely if you are looking for an Audi S5, really any Audi with this chassis, so I believe the Q5, S5, A5, any of those kind of cars, you definitely want to make sure the lower control arm bushings are good before you buy it, so you don't have to take that hit. But yeah, that was definitely a must, because it was getting pretty rough. So all right, so next up, I haven't actually done this one yet, but I know I'm gonna need to. So basically my coolant level, it's always pretty low, so I believe there's a leak somewhere in the coolant reservoir, so I'm gonna need to place the coolant reservoir and fill that back up. So I know that's gonna cost less than $100, but I do know that I'm gonna have to replace that. I'd say you can add another $100 onto there. That's pretty much all that I've had to change so far. So I had to get the engine carbon cleaned, I had to replace the rear lower control arms, and then I'll have to replace that coolant reservoir. And for me personally, that's pretty much it. So you hear horror stories, people having to blow a lot of money to keep up with these things, but for me so far, well, knock on wood, but so far I haven't had anything super crazy. The most expensive thing was the lower control arms, so nothing too crazy yet. So a while back I made a video called like 5 things I hate about this car, and I was talking about the Bluetooth. So I actually finally ended up getting a Tune To Air. I've had it for a while, but I had to replace a couple fuses because my cigarette lighter wasn't working, so I replaced those fuses. Now I've been using it, and I definitely say this is big upgrade. So this is the Audi Tune To Air. You see it's plugged in there, nothing really too crazy to it. You literally plug it into your cigarette lighter and it turns on, and you connect to it, and you plug it into your AMI adapter, and it plays music. The quality is way better. I was using the, see if you can see it, but I was using this little Walmart like plug-in Bluetooth adapter. But anytime you use those, since you have to stream it through the radio, you get like super bad quality and it's super choppy and whatnot. But this has definitely changed the game. I'm super happy with it. So I'd highly recommend, if you are facing that issue, if you have an older Audi, like a V8 model, and you don't have Bluetooth audio, I would highly recommend this. The only downside is the fact that you have to plug it into your cigarette lighter. It doesn't get power from the AMI. But other than that, yeah, I'm super happy with it and highly recommend. All right, guys, so right now my buddy just got a new truck, so we're about to go over there, help him get the first initial clean in, like I always say. So we gotta help him get that first detail, check out his truck, because I haven't seen it yet, clean it up, and I don't know, we may do his taillights, maybe not, because I definitely forgot the taillight spray at the house, so probably do that another time. But yeah, we're gonna go check it out, give it the first initial clean. I also need to touch up my car, so I'm gonna wipe down the dash. Oops. So I'm gonna wipe down the dash and wipe down my seats and everything, because I've not done that in a while. I finally blasted off my mats and vacuumed a little bit, but finally got to get the rest of it. So get all this dust off the dashboard and make it look a little bit pretty again. And then I will also go over like the mods that I have on my car currently and the cost of those as well. So stay tuned, and we will see you there soon. All right, guys, so we made it over to my buddy's house, and he's gonna introduce you to the truck. So it's a 2012 Chevy Silverado. I'll let him do the rest of the talking.
Well, I don't know much about it yet, but all I know is 68,000 miles, 2012.
Yep.
Old man had it.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we about to get her cleaned up. Yeah. Silverado. Yeah, buddy. This is real clean. We're gonna have to get it done up. It's my baby. So there may be some truck content coming to you soon. All right, guys, so just got a fresh cut finally, long overdue. So I'm gonna go home and shower and clean up and everything, and then we'll go over the mods that we currently have on the car. Right now I'm getting a little smoothie, and then we'll head home and get going. Like I was saying before, I'm gonna be going over all of the mods, everything that I've done to the car, and how much each of those mods costed. That being said, let's get right into it. So we can go ahead and start in the front of the car. This is what she's looking like right now. Looking pretty mean, pretty aggressive. But yeah, starting with the front. First off, we got, I believe it's called the honeycomb, or the Audi RS5 honeycomb style grille. That's from German Car Accessories. I'll link that down below. That was roughly about 200 bucks, 200 to 250 bucks, I believe. And I went with the black trim and then the black Audi rings. And then I ended up ordering the S5 badge separately from eBay, and got that in black as well. So looks pretty clean, And don't mind, the car's pretty dirty right now, so I'm about to see a lot of bug guts. But next up, I had the mesh fog light grills. Those are from eBay as well. So I think those are roughly about 20 bucks, pretty cheap, and it's, you know, a nice mod. Makes it look pretty good. So with the fog light, I ended up replacing those with LEDs. That's actually from Precision LED. They look pretty good. I'm pretty sure I've had them in a couple of videos where you can actually see them, so pretty nice. And then after swapping to those honeycomb style grills, I ended up blacking out the white that was behind there, which is painted body color. And then I also ended up blacking out the crash bar behind there. You can see a lot of bug guts on there and whatnot. But next up, a couple of videos ago, I posted installing this front lip. That was around 200 bucks, I believe. When I first saw it, it was only like 168, and it went up. So I think that was also between 200 and 250 bucks. Next up, goes to the wheels. I got those powder coated black before I even started the channel. That was about 400 bucks, I believe. Highly recommend if you can't afford the, you know, like new wheels or anything yet. You can always get them powder coated, and it definitely updates the look a little bit. So after that, went ahead and painted the brake calipers. I need to go back and clean those again. They're getting pretty filthy, but that was pretty cheap. Just some rattle can paint. I actually made a video on that as well, so feel free to check that out. I'll link that below as well. But I'd say that was probably, maybe with everything together, I'd say maybe 40 to 50 bucks. And after that, just a little bit of plasti dip on the V8 badge. Very cheap. Doesn't even take a full can, so I'd say it was less than 10 bucks. Then we got the carbon fiber mirror caps. I actually got these as a gift. These were, I think, about 200 bucks as well. So everything from German Car Accessories is roughly around 200 bucks for this year in this model of car. So after that, got the roof wrapped black. I actually had a buddy do it, so I got that much cheaper than most people probably would, but that was 200 bucks as well. Now onto the back of the vehicle. I got the carbon fiber ducktail spoiler, also from German Car Accessories. This one was, I believe, 200 to 250 bucks as well. So if you're noticing a trend here, I like to keep my stuff relatively cheap. So feel like that's a pretty good deal on this. Looks super good. Definitely changes the look of the S5. Gives it a real aggressive rear end. So I love how it looks. Plasti dip on the Audi rings as well. Went ahead and got the black badges. Those are also from eBay. So I believe those were around 20 bucks for all of them. So I got the front one, I got that one, and yeah, I believe those are just around 20 bucks altogether. I actually bought the car with the AWE touring exhaust on it, so it sounds pretty good. I've been saying it forever, but I have the JHM test pipes or race pipes that I need to install. Still haven't done that. That's next up. And those were roughly about, I think, 500 bucks. So those were pretty pricey, but nothing super crazy. But yeah, I still need to get those installed, and that'll really wake her up a little bit, and then I'll get it tuned as well. And I believe it tunes roughly about 600 bucks. So all in all, get my test pipes installed, and I'm getting it tuned. It's probably gonna be around, 1,200 bucks. So not super crazy, but it's getting up there. Then I got the tail lights. These are the pre-facelift LED tail lights. So this is a 2008. It ended up coming with the halogens from 2008. So I went ahead and upgraded to like, I believe these are off of a 2012. Definitely wakes it up. It looks a lot better. I ended up taking off the taillight film that I had on there. I like the red, and it kind of, matches with the S, and, it gives it a little bit of a color variation. So I love those taillights. Come over to the side, see it's lowered. It's got a pretty nice wheel fitment. I'm on H&R adjustable coilovers, and I think we're at about 26 inches all the way around. Didn't lower it super crazy, but it's still super low, especially with that front lip. So getting in the driveway is always fun, and you know, you got to be careful when you're rolling around the city. Watch out for potholes and all that kind of fun stuff. But this is a fairly safe height. I think it looks great, and you know, definitely gives you that performance edge. Highly recommend coilovers if you just want like a simple mod that's gonna do a lot for performance and for how it looks. As far as the wheel fitment, you can see that's pretty flush there. Looks pretty good. I'm on H&R DRA wheel spacers. I believe you can see it right there. So I have 25 in the back and 20 in the front. So this is what the front's looking like, tucked under there quite nicely. And with it being lowered, get a little bit of camber and it tucks in there pretty much perfectly. So no rubbing, none of that kind of fun stuff. But I believe that's everything for the exterior. So got the front grille, the fog light grills, front lip, the roof wrap, carbon fiber mirror caps, brake calipers, wheels, spacers, coilovers, tail light. Yeah, so brake calipers, tail lights, got some exhaust parts coming and a tune, all of the badges, and then the spoiler. And I think that's pretty much it for exterior. And I showed you guys earlier, I just got the Tune To Air Bluetooth adapter, so highly recommend that as well. Only downside about that is it does have to plug into the cigarette lighter, but it doesn't bother me, don't need it. So the only thing I don't like about it is just the fact that you have a cord hanging out, but other than that, it's fine, it works good. And you definitely don't hear any more of the rasp that you get through having the Bluetooth connect through the radio and all that fun stuff. Next up, I'll open up the hood and show you what I got under there. Under the hood, it's a little bit dirty, you need to clean her up a little bit, but so far, I do need to go ahead and order a new emblem for the engine cover. Don't know what happened to that. It was gone before I bought it, and I'll have to get the coolant reservoir like I was saying earlier as well. But I have the APR carbon cover and filter. So this was about roughly 400 bucks or 500 bucks, I believe. I do notice a little bit of extra sound, nothing super crazy or anything, but it looks good. Open up the hood at a car meet and you know, people are going to be impressed, so I definitely recommend it. Looks good, and you will get some performance once you tune it and all that kind of fun stuff, but nothing crazy as expected with any cold air intake. Then next up, I've got the 034 Motorsports inlet tube to pair up with this, since they don't create an inlet tube with the APR. Don't know why they do that, but this was roughly about 120 bucks, I believe. Pretty cheap. It's actually a really good price for what it is. Gives you some more rigidity, and it's not going to fold under high boost or anything crazy if you want to boost down the road. So I believe that's all I have under the hood. I did upgrade the oil sensor because when I tune it, it's going to throw like a light or something like that if you don't upgrade it. So upgraded to the later model one. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have under the hood, nothing crazy. So I'll go ahead and hop inside the car. There's not too much in there, but I did one simple mod, so I'll show you that. All right, so hopping inside of the car, I have carbon fiber wrap on all of the aluminum trim pieces. I still need to knock out that center aluminum piece, but I actually don't mind it, and it's just really difficult to wrap, so I haven't done it, and I'm not a professional wrapper, so it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty difficult. But yeah, got the carbon fiber wrapped on there, and that's pretty much all I've done for the interior as far as anything cosmetic. Other than that, I believe that's all we got. I actually went ahead and upgraded the projector light to the S5. This one looks like it's on its way out, so it's starting to get a little bit of fade, but I'll show you the passenger one. That definitely gives you like a little wow factor whenever you open your door, whenever people are checking out your car, shining on the ground, and it looks pretty good, so people definitely love it. Yeah, there's the passenger side one. This door doesn't open anywhere near as much, so yeah, it's definitely in much better shape, but it's a nice little touch. It definitely makes it look good. Carbon fiber. Other than that, interior looking great with the Tuscan brown. But yeah, there's nothing really too crazy that I've done inside of here. All right, guys. So with that being said, that is everything that I've done to my 2008 Audi S5 and how much it costs to own it. Like I said earlier, this is for a manual transmission, so I don't really know any of the issues that the automatic guys are running into. But as far as mine, I haven't had anything crazy. The bulk of it was the 900 bucks on the control arms and the carbon cleaning. But other than that, nothing crazy. With that being said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.